All right, bud. They know the deal. You already knew the deal. Get some nicotine patches sent to you in the mail.
Yeah.
Usually when he wins, he comes into work all pepped up, ready for action. Imagine doing this work in Australia, dude. You just pull the frickin' cover off and there's like a poisonous snake that could kill you. Just, or a beetle. Dude. Morning, bud.
Good morning. Late morning.
Yep, worked a little off camera this morning. We're looking good though. You think me and Trav did good on Saturday?
I think so.
You think we'll catch flack on YouTube if we tell them today's Labor Day?
Yeah. People are working.
We will though. I got yelled at this year. I got comments, remember back Mike and Michelle's job?
Yeah.
We worked on Good Friday. Got called out, said you're a hypocrite. Christian hardscaper. Working on Good Friday.
Heretic.
Like you're a modern day Pharisee.
Yeah, blasphemer. Sounds like a cool name for a group right now. Modern day Pharisee. Next band name or something.
So I continued our first step up, which was about over here somewhere. Ben's been following me on the 5th row from the lowest point. So there's gonna be 2 more rows on top of this one and then the cap. So we're gonna try to build this up to the full height all the way over to this point. So we can just kind of dial in our focus on this one part and get this wall built up. And then when we go to extend over, we'll be able to do a couple things all at once right there. But we are on our last layer with GeoGrid. We have it on top of our 2nd row and on top of our 4th row. And because there's going to be plants and everything behind this wall, what we're doing is we're going to start sloping this 3/4 up to the back of the wall. So we got the GeoGrid about a little bit more than a foot out, and we're going to cover it with some of that stone in the back and start working on sloping it so we can fold the fabric over and just kind of encapsulate the 3/4 stone and prevent any soil migration. And at that point, they're going to have about 18 to 24 inches of soil to plant in, and that'll be plenty for like perennials or small shrubs or whatever they want to put in there. I love the cricket in the background, dude. I have to go on Epidemic Sound, dude, to get some of these noises. Maybe I should just record them, dude, and just put them in my own little file. Just go out into the woods and start recording audio and sell it. That's wild. All right, bud. They know the deal. You already knew the deal.
The deal is known.
The deal is known. Let's keep moving, get into the day. Thanks for coming in, bud. I would have been alone if you didn't.
I'll skip out on disc golf.
Hey, what if I just use that to get you here? Work until 7. On Labor Day. No fun at all. We're not playing anything fun.
Time to start walking.
Yeah. Dude, still to this day, I get those comments about you smoking, dude.
Oh, yeah?
It's like, hey, tell Benny to quit smoking. But then there's also a bunch of comments of, don't nag him.
Don't nag.
Like, I wouldn't sit there and nag you. It was just like that one day where I was like, just giving you some crap. Because you smokers need it here and there.
Opened the wormhole. Now some crap from strangers.
Get some nicotine patches sent to you in the mail.
Yeah.
Ben.
Try it out.
We're styling. But we're gonna go 1 block higher than I originally planned. That way we can make that wall up there 1 block shorter, and it'll have a little bit less pressure on this wall. But we wanted to get backfilled a little bit before we sent that last row. Probably gonna do like another 1.5 buckets of the regular soil that's here, and then I'll have about 6 to 8 inches of new topsoil. This stuff is nice and sandy and gravelly, so it'll drain a little bit better, and most plants want a good sandy subsoil. If you put too much composted soil, it'll actually be hard to drain, and that can be just as bad for plants as not enough water. Okay, so what we are gonna do, we're not gonna backfill with loam. We're gonna get that base layer prepped, or somewhat prepped over there today. And my idea pretty much to take this same distance, which is 16.5, and go off of that J channel up 16.5 back, so that it looks uniform. So the main concern, these blocks are 11. Main concern is to stay off of that. But 16.5 will be right there. And then 11 is right there, which is fine. Perfect, actually. Put another mark down here. 16.5. So off of this level right here, we're going for the bottom of this first row. It's going to be the same height as the top of the first wall. So what we're going to do is take our 1/8 slope backwards, like those blocks are going, and make that mark under the level. Now we're going to take our 4 foot, go at our 16 mark, plumb that up. So it's basically this point right here is the front of and the bottom of this row, this first row on this wall. Hey bud, happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
Ready for disc golf?
Ready. Can't labor all day on Labor Day.
No. Gotta have some fun. Morning, bud.
Morning.
How you doing, man?
Just as good as I was before. Same?
Bro, I just took out my phone, did a little videotape of the wall, and said, "Good morning, bud."
Yeah.
And I've already said good morning to you before we started videotaping a few times.
Yeah, it's like the third time.
It's like, hey, how's your morning going, bud? I've been by your side through the whole thing, but I'm just curious.
Good morning.
Gonna be a hot one today. They're saying 88, 89 degrees, I think. Benny whooped my butt in disc golf last night, twice. So he's on cloud 9 today. Hopefully I'll get some more production out of him. Usually when he wins, he comes into work all pepped up, ready for action. That's why I threw the games. I needed this job done. I'm just playing. He killed it. He did well. I'll tell you what though, those woods were hot, Benny.
Yeah, they were.
They were hot yesterday. I was dripping in sweat, dude.
Yesterday was a hot day.
All right, we are gonna finish the excavation and backfill for this lower wall, and then hopefully try to get the majority of this lower wall built today. It's gonna be a lot of time lapses today. We're gonna try to keep our heads down and work and get this job moving, so enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. We got enough for like 2 or 3 more block until we do another step up, because the grade starts getting steep here. So we'll probably be doing short stretches until we step up for a while. We got the line marked out, just kind of a rough guideline. That right there looks thick because I double coated it because I wanted to kind of bring it out just slightly, but it works perfect for a rough guideline. And as you're building, you just keep your eye on it as it goes. But from the beginning of this project, we wanted to push this back in line with these steps here and follow one nice curve. If you guys want to know a little bit more details about how we set the first course in and how we started building this wall, check out the playlist link in the description below. It's got all the videos from this project. But like I said, today we're just gonna kind of keep our heads down and work. So hope you guys are enjoying the video. Here we are, dude. Going on to the 5th pallet of wall block. Imagine doing this work in Australia, dude. You just pull the frickin' cover off and there's like a poisonous snake that could kill you.
Yeah, or a beetle.
Just, or a beetle. There's a bunch of Australian guys that watch, man. Get comments here and there. You guys are watching right now. I don't know how you do it. I'm all set with the kind of issues you guys deal with. You're stronger men than I am. But hey, some of those guys can't handle the cold.
That's right.
I love it, dude. Snow on my face, dude. That's what I want. Just dump buckets of snow. So we have been building this wall level side to side and 1/8 of a slope backwards. We're now switching that up and we're going 1/8 to the left to kind of help with the grade change. Just kind of comes level and then slowly goes up a little bit. Here's our 1/8. Here's our 8th. Bang, bang. Another 1-9. Put this thing in there for a joke. Can't get it out. Dude, go ahead. It's like sword in the stone, dude. Let's see if you can get that thing out. Don't cut your finger open, though.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like the bottom rim just expanded underneath the freaking block somehow.
It was a joke. Now it's a souvenir.
Souvenir?
Souvenir. Souvenir. How, dude? It's kind of like frustrating. Makes me really want to get it. You know what I mean? Like, all right, bud. I'm gonna move this around so I can get the skid steer. It's gonna be a little quicker now that this is good. All right, so you saw that we were at a pretty decent pitch from here to there. So with the soil, we're gonna go from the top of this block and we're gonna slope it up about a quarter of a pitch to the first block, which is gonna bury it about halfway. And then with the cap, and when the customers put mulch in, that first block's probably only gonna be like 1 or 2 inches revealed. So that'll be plenty. A whole block in the ground just wouldn't be worth it. And if we break the height of this wall, it's not gonna meet up correctly for how we're gonna build it over there, because we're gonna connect the 2 walls together and build elevated flower beds. So like I said, it's just unnecessary to bury a full row of blocks. It's just not worth it, and it's a lot more money, and it's not necessary. So that's what we're gonna do. I gotta put a little bit more on the back. The front is at the right height, but we need a little more in the back along that whole side. So I'm gonna get 1 more bucket of stone, get it exactly where we need it to be, compact it, and then as we're laying the blocks, we'll be able to put a little bit of 3/4 underneath it if they're too low, or to adjust it. Hey bud, out of the couple years now working for Henderson Hardscapes,
Yeah.
is this one of your favorites?
What?
Years?
Oh, my favorite. Well, I only have this one and the other one to compare to.
So what do you think?
I think I need 3. One more year.
Well, what's your favorite? Last year, this year?
I'm both equally.
You're a great person to interview. Jam-packed.
I'm bursting at the seam.
Yeah.
Played more disc golf last year.
What's that?
Played more disc golf last year.
Yes, we did. Definitely played more disc golf. So this was and still is the largest retaining wall project that I've done since I started my own company. I've done a few bigger walls than this one, working for other people. But as far as when I started my own company till now, this is the largest one, and it was a blast. The 2 tiers, plus you'll see in the videos to come the raised garden beds that we do as the grade goes up by the driveway. The design came out really nice. And this Techo Bloc Semma is just such a clean look. You can see with all the joint lines of the block, it just defines them. There's a lot of split-faced wall block that don't have those joint lines. It kind of makes all the split faces run into each other. So having those beveled edges on the tops and sides of the blocks is really what separates this block from the rest. So that's really cool. And I also wanted to address, I get comments every once in a while on these retaining wall videos about the fabric that I'm using. People really tend to think that this woven geotextile does not let water through, and I just want to emphasize the fact that it does. I have probably over a couple hundred installs, whether that's patios, walkways, walls, steps, whatever it may be. I use woven geotextile on 99% of the jobs, and if I don't use it, it's simply because they didn't have any in stock, so I had to find something else to use. The water permeates through it just fine, but the most important part is to keep the soil separated from the drainage stone so that it doesn't migrate over the years. To me, that's the most important thing. If you build a wall with clean drainage stone and no fabric to separate that from the soil, you're just asking for a failure down the road. That soil is going to migrate into the stone, and when moisture gets in there and freezes, it's going to cause heaving, which is what's going to push on the wall and make it want to fall or lean forward. Hey bud, say goodbye to these awesome viewers, man. It's a hot day, huh?
90 something.
Your shirt definitely shows it.
Ugh, it's gross.
So does mine. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's where we are. If you want to check out the next video where we finish up the wall, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and you'll see that video when it pops up. Till the next one, guys. God bless. Peace.